Okay, viewers, this is Dr. James VOND speaking, and it's Friday, 21st of November 2025, and I'm making this video after putting up some weather forecasts for various cities around the world, mostly my audience viewers where they're located. So just some news for you. I've got some news there. If you're an aspiring city of viewers there, and you want to also get a weather forecast from me, I'll do your weather forecast provided your statistics show up on my audience statistics. That is for my accounts, for instance, my Instagram account, and even TikTok. They've got their statistics as well for individual countries. Not so accurate or precise as say the Instagram account statistics, which enables me to find out which cities are actually viewing my cities, are watching my videos the most. And at the moment, obviously, it's London and some other cities, even including Istanbul and so another city somewhere in Iran, and also Birmingham as well. It's usually London and Birmingham, the top two, but there are some others that have slipped in now as well in terms of viewers. And even Sao Paulo in Brazil had reached quite high, as well as Mumbai and New Delhi as well. So they have also reached that level, but then they've obviously declined. Okay, in this video, I just want to go on about my previous jobs. Obviously, people are aware I was a former van driver, and I worked with DPD in Hinckley as a multi-drop van driver quite a few years ago, and also with Hermes, that's based in Coventry, and there I was a multi-drop van driver as well, and also with OCS Worldwide, that's a company based in Coventry, and I did some multi-drop delivery driving as a van driver there as well, and van and trucks actually in that one. But other than those driving jobs, I've also had in the past, back in 1995, a job as a trainee manager at Tandy Electronics, and I requested to be relocated to my local area, which was Coventry, so that's easy for me to commute to, rather than go to those branches of Tandy's based outside in the Midlands. And that was a poorly paid job. I've got to let my people know there, my viewers. It was one of my worst paid jobs, actually, below minimum wage in today's day and age. And this was actually before the days of minimum wage being introduced, obviously before the Tony Blair government, 1995, and it was virtually like sweatshops. And only a bit better than prison, but all my money was virtually used, and it was virtually slavery there. It's just a sales maker at the end of the day. Although it says training manager job, it was actually a sales maker job, and it's pathetically poorly paid, and most of it was involving sales, and you just dress up in a suit and sell electrical goods, and anyone could do that. Even most of the people there, in fact, were actually ex-furniture people who used to move around sofas and things. So that's how bad it was anyway, and that was back in around May, June 1995. And interestingly, what was going on in May 1995? Well, high-profile thing was going on. That was a billionaire's daughter, Jemima Goldsmith. Can you remember her? She was getting married to a cricket player who went to a university in UK, I think it was Oxford, and got married to her. Oxford, a graduate and a cricket player, got married to a billionaire's daughter, Jemima Goldsmith. And there's me slaving my butt off in a trendy trainee management role, below £9,000 a year. Such a poor bum, eh? And that's how bad it's been for me. I don't get anyone's billionaire's daughters, put it that way. And I went to university. I went to Warwick University. I graduated here, and I wasn't lucky enough like that. And I didn't even get an air stewardess either. Interestingly, some people can pull off air stewardesses. Obviously, I wasn't a pilot, but as a passenger, even maybe, So I haven't had any of that good luck, that these sort of people have, and they all but boast about going to either Cambridge or Oxford. In the pilot's case, going to Cambridge, and in the cricket player's case, going to Oxford. That's what they do. They just brag about and show off people like that, and they end up with the with all the, with all the sexy women, or the money, the women with money, the powerful women, and they just hit the jackpot literally. It's like winning the lottery, isn't it? With those sort of people. Here's me slaving away, hoovering away in sweatshops like Tandy, trainee management, and then people like that just get promoted like that, hit the jackpot with a license to shag as well. And what about me? It's license to masturbate and a trainee manager. That's what it was like for me. So I've got to let my viewers know how scum of the earth people up here are with me. And after all that ordeal I went through and doing resits as well, I didn't really need to do that extra year, and just to get a lousy job like that. Come off it. That's how poor bums, worse than a communist. And they used to talk about communists. This is like almost slavery. I think this is slave Britain, if you ask me. They are a sweatshop slave, coolie kind of ship, if you ask me. I'm making videos here for virtually nothing. There's no profit in it at all. All I'm getting is just money for food. People have got to know, and people should be aware of that. What's going on and the atrocities going on with me, and they robbed me of everything, literally. Whatever I managed to build up myself. I'm worse than a Captain Nemo, put it that way. I've even lost my car. It fell down my tree and I've had to sell that for scrap. And he hasn't lost his ship, obviously. Captain Nemo is still a resourceful fella, a fictional character, although, maybe a prince as well. And he's lost everything. And Professor Aronnax says to him, what is it that compels you? What hatred is born? And he says, when a man loses everything, when a man loses his kids, his wife, his mother, his father, his country, etc. Things like that. And he's lost all that, and obviously he's in vengeance mode. I should be in more than vengeance mode. Put it that way. What's happened to me? I don't know what they've done to me. They've brainwashed me with domestic violence training. Obviously, that's what's happened. And I'm here to serve and protect. Protect people. Obviously, I can't do things like that. No, I don't really have the intention to do things like that. They're the vile acts. They're the ones that have done the atrocities. And not only that, robbing my place of abode. My mother's former council house, citizen housing groups leading that's horrendous. And when people find out about things like that going on, rather than give me things, reward me with things, they wanted to leave the country with nothing, not even with money in my pockets. That's pure what dacoits and thugs, if you ask me, pure thuggery, and that's through the courts in Coventry. It's all been authorised by them, and that's where they are. That's where they work behind, in the courts as officials and behave like dictats, tyrannical regimes. That's what it's called, uh, and that's what they've been doing. And I should have been, shagging billionaires' daughters or something, millionaires, or if not billionaires, multi-millionaires. Where's my luck, And after what I've been through here, and I had to do a year extra as well, and borrow someone's notes for the lecture notes that I've missed, and didn't go to or attend, and I wasn't at University of Amsterdam, put it that way. It was a University of Masturbate or something, University of Hell, and I went through that. There were warmongers, obviously warmongers. That's all they were. There's nothing to do with Peacewick. It's Warwick, obviously. And after that, and all I could get is a crappy job like that. Tandy's, come off it. There's cricket players making, hitting the jackpot, making, children with billionaires' daughters. And here's me, dependent on the lowest income threshold, and lowest income threshold jobs, like almost like a coolie. And I'm not even getting stewardesses here, the service here, below the belt, etc. It's a horrendous ordeal, and the women here definitely are a shameful bunch, if you ask me, and everyone knows that. You need to be out of here to enjoy yourself, not in here. And that's what I mean. And I can't even go out nowadays. I don't even have the money, obviously. My budget is that low. I can't even go out to the continent like I used to. I used to go out to Calais and places like Geneva and Netherlands, etc., and through Belgium. I don't even have that possibility. I'm just like I'm entrapment, isn't it? I'm almost like an entrapped person here. Worse than COVID, if you ask me. At least I had a car during COVID. Dr. James VOND on 21st of November 2025. And where are the supermodels, by the way? They haven't approached me either. Have they got enough money to look after me? Maybe maybe get me a meal or something, and a place, a room to stay. Maybe are they so pathetically, wimps or weasels out there? What's wrong with them? There's something definitely wrong. The boasting and bragging of jewelry and items, expensive items, luxury goods, when they can't even afford to keep a guy like me in the house. And I'm not saying sleep on the couch, but in a little room like this, maybe. If a supported housing can do this, why can't those women do that? There's something wrong with those women. I'm telling you, they're not giving guys like me a hand up. Definitely.